All right, we're looking at lesson 27, which is a business letter with an enclosure notation. This is very simple. Make sure though that you go over the language arts section because that'll be on your tests, the rules for commas. But for formatting your document or your business letter, again, this is just a block style letter, business letter. I want you to look at this. As I typed this and I adjusted this, it says in the second paragraph, enclosed you will find a catalog that provides you with all the information you requested. Saying that there is something enclosed, if it says that within the body of the letter, you have to include an enclosure notation. Now, at some point you may take a test for me and it tells you to add an enclosure notation where it doesn't actually say enclosed you will find something. That's okay. If the directions tell you to add the enclosure notation, make sure you do it. If the directions don't say it, but you see somewhere in the body of the letter that they refer to an enclosed brochure, catalog, or something else along those lines, you have to do an enclosure notation. Very simple. You go down below your reference initials, 1, enter, and you're going to type then with a capital E, enclosure. Now, a long time ago, I don't know, the age of my students, but a long time ago, back when I took keyboarding, you were supposed to double space before you typed enclosure. That is no longer what is required, so you have a single space. Okay, but if for some reason where you work requires a double space, do what they tell you to at your job. Anyway, that is the only difference between lesson 26 and lesson 27 is to add that enclosure notation. I'm going to go ahead and talk also in this video about lesson 28, which is adding an envelope. Now, this is really, really simple when you have a Word file. So if you go to Mailings tab, you will see envelopes. Click on envelopes. All right, it gives me an envelope with the address of the person that I'm sending it to, which is what I want. And if I needed to type a return address, I would type it in here, which would be the sender's address. I'm not going to type the sender's address though. I'm just going to leave it as this because a lot of times in a business, you're going to have a letter envelope that's going to have your letterhead information, which is your address, in the upper left-hand corner already. So I'm not going to put anything in the return address, and then I'm just going to click Add to Document. And it puts it right at the top. There is my envelope, so if I wanted to, I could then print it. Okay? Also in lesson 28, they talk about doing labels, and you're going to create labels. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that using GDP. So I'm going to click over to my GDP. Oh, my session timed out. Okay, I have to relog in. Sorry. Okay, so I'm on part 2 and lessons 26 to 30, envelopes and labels. And I want to do my labels. All right, so this goes through and you're going to read through exactly what you're supposed to do. All right, then click Next. And I'm ready to start my work. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And that's my envelope. That's 28.9. That's okay. And, oh, it took me out of that. Hold on a second. 28G, let's start work there. Okay, sorry, I should have clicked. That's not what I want either, I don't think. 2811 is what I'm looking for. So 28.9. It's not going to let me. So let me show you what you would do. Okay, you're going to, because I haven't done those other lessons, it's not going to let me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to New. Now you're going to open it from within Word, okay? Then I'm going to go to my mailings and I'm going to choose labels. Then it's going to ask me what kind of label. I want a full page of the same label. Options. What kind of labels do I want? Let's see what they say. 5160 address, that's fine. So I'm going to leave it as what it says there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click New Document. It sets it up so now that I can go in and type my different labels. So I'm going to just do purchasing. I'm going to show you department, Abbott Laboratories. I hit enter when I go to the next line. Chicago, Illinois 064. Then I'm going to hit tab to get to my next label, or I can click in it. All right, and I'm going to type Frank Zimmerly, cartridges, etc. 1220 Charleston Road. And I can click over here and type my next one. So you would just go through and do that, and then you would save it. Now you're going to actually, as I said, you're going to actually download the file from GDP. Don't go to File and New like I did. You want it to be within GDP, but I was not able to show you that one because I haven't completed the rest of the lesson. So if you have questions about labels, please give me a call and I will help you with any questions you might have.